Hello everybody and welcome back to Dragonwing Diamonds. I am here today with a WIP in chat. WIP stands for Work in Progress, and chat, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about my week. This week I am just starting out actually. I know I always start from the bottom, but on this one I decided to start from the top because all the colors at the bottom. But I will be working on this beautiful Belle painting. This is from Jada Gem Shop and this is by Mari945. I am working on this kit for the Jaded Jamboree. I was anticipating that I would not be starting this kit until next month because of the kits that I had picked out for this month, but yeah, I managed to finish my Crucibug in like 9 days, or 8 days. Excuse me. So yeah, decided to kit this one up this morning, and since it was the easiest one to get to, I figured it'd be perfect for our whip and chat today. So, like I said, I'm doing this for a Jaded Jamboree, just in case you're not aware, but Jade over at Jaded Gem Shop and Anthony over at Single and Placing are doing a Jaded Jamboree event. And basically this event, you just work on a canvas from Jaded Gem Shop, because we all love Jade's paintings. They're just absolutely fantastic. And this is like the first time in months that I'm working on a Jaded Gem Shop painting that's not a cross-stitch conversion, so I'm really looking forward to that. I want to say the last one I did was what was it? My Sailor Mars one, I want to say. So yeah, what are we working with today? So I pulled out my Butterfly Effectwares Pink Lemonade pen. It's the only pen I have with yellow in it. So I'm realizing there's a pen color I need to start looking for. Decided to pull out, so for my glue dots, I decided to go with hot cocoa because it made me think of, like, you know, curl up with a book with some hot chocolate and a cookie. So I also pulled out the Snickerdoodle dot dot putty from Butterfly Effectwares. And then I got this beautiful yellow tray from Cat Proof Diamond Painting Trays. And this is in the Lean Boy. It's their medium-sized tray. It's about the size of a deck of cards. It's actually kind of perfect for me. Like, I love, like, the size is like the perfect size for me. And then for my washi tape, let's get this plastic off. Okay, we're gonna struggle bus with the plastic because there we go. My washi tape, I bought this one as part of her, I'm going on hiatus purchase. Like, I just grabbed a bunch of them that didn't quite exactly have a painting in mind for them yet, but figured I would end up using them at some point. So I had this one, which is a library one. Hi, Pupper. Just 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. My fiance just came back downstairs. So yeah, I'm gonna use this beautiful library one because I thought it'd be just fitting, absolutely fitting for Belle. So I hope everybody had a fantastic week. I got a lot to talk about with my week because we had the Eclipse. The Eclipse. And Sydney's birthday and some other stuff going on. So I will start with the sad news first. Thank you to everybody who gave me the well wishes in my last whip and chat. Unfortunately, I did receive a rejection from my dream job. I knew it was going to be a long shot anyways. It still stings though, you know. But I found out, had my grieving period with it, and now I'm doing okay. So yeah, I was bummed, but you know, it's okay. It just means something else is coming my way. So I will keep looking. But thank you to everybody who wished me luck on that and stuff. So I appreciate that. So yeah, last week was spring break for the kiddos, and of course, you know, all the school breaks land on our weeks with the boys. So generally what happens is, that dog is ridiculous. What happens is, like, with the break weeks and stuff like that, since it always lands on our weeks, we swap weeks with not swap, but we like let the boys' mom spend some time with them. Like, she takes them for like the first half of the week generally, and does like an extended time with her from her week, and then we get them about midweek. So we got them back on Tuesday last week. There. And honestly, I didn't see the point of why she even bothered to take them for those couple of days, because they said they spent the entire time at their grandparents' house. So it's like, okay, what was the point of this then? But yeah, we got them back, and it was really unfortunate for the week because it was rainy all week long, or the whole rest of the week. Like the first couple days of the week were nice out, but then once they got back to us, the weather shifted and it was rainy and miserable. So they didn't even get a chance to go outside at all. I mean, the neighbor girls weren't around much either because they went to Great Wolf Lodge, I want to say. But yeah, so yeah, unfortunately, spring break was just a lot of inside time and lots of video game time, which, you know, boys, you generally wouldn't complain about that, but I know they were getting bored by the end of the time and stuff like that. And unfortunately, we couldn't really afford to, like, take them out or do anything. So yeah, we just kind of had a chill week with them. I know, like, we played games together a little bit. Well, not me, though. I ended up not playing games at all with them, but their dad played some Fortnite rounds with them and stuff like that, and I know they really enjoy that. Are you in there? Okay. So yeah, but yeah, it was just like, it was a lot of misbehaving during the week too, because, you know, obviously you're stir crazy and stuff like that, and we had to have lots of talks about them about listening to what we're saying. And we've been having this one talk with Drake over and over and over again about how he asks for stuff, because he doesn't ask for something. Like if he wants water, he'll just like look at us and be like, I'm really thirsty right now, and then we just kind of look at him and like, oh, I didn't grab a cover minder, that's okay. Then we'll like look at him and be like, okay, so what's the proper way to ask for what you need? And he's like, oh, can I have a drink? And it's like, yeah, there you go. So yeah, we've been kind of working with him. It's getting him to realize that. Just kind of, it's been a journey, that's for sure. But yeah, so probably should start like way over here so I'm not like sticking my hand in the glue. Why do I always do this to myself? So yeah, we're working with that. We've been working with them with the dog because there's been a lot of drama. So anytime Zero even like remotely like puts his mouth near the boys, they're like, no biting, no biting, no biting. And it's like, okay, he stopped biting ages ago. And like we watch him with the kids, we watch him with Sydney and the boys, and he doesn't bite them. He'll nose them and then he'll like lick them. Like his corgis apparently are lickers. Something I did not know until I was watching reels on Instagram, but they are like obsessive lickers. So I'm like telling the boys, I'm like, okay, we need to stop yelling at him for biting when he's not actually biting you. And then like he's like, whenever he wants to cuddle with the boys and stuff like that, they're like, no, Zero, no, no, no. And so like, okay, look. And like I got like, this has been Zero, leave him alone. So yeah, this has been months that we've been kind of dealing with this. So I just like looked at them finally and I was like, do I need to take the dog back to the breeder? Because like, if he's just going to sit here and get yelled at constantly by you two, like what's the point of keeping him, you know? So we had a good long talk being like, look, you need to learn how to work with the dog. Otherwise he's going to go back because it's not fair to him and all this stuff. Zero, leave him alone. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. There we go. So thankfully after that, the week improved. Why'd you just lick me, weirdo? Yeah, so after that, the week did improve a bit, and the boys started getting better with him. I hated having to get to that point, but it just, like, we've talked to the boys over and over again about, like, how they're treating him and stuff, and it's like, okay, you need to be better with him, and, like, yeah, Zero's going to be a lot different from the dogs that they have, because over at their house, or over at their mom's house, you leave him alone. Over at their mom's house, they have a, it's like a black lab husky mix, and then a yellow lab, I want to say she is. So, like, they have two big dogs over there, and it's like, okay, how are you, like, so intimidated by this tiny little dog who weighs the same amount as your sister. Like, come on, guys. So, all right, yeah, you're so happy. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Yeah, you're a tiny doggo. You're a cute tiny doggo. So yeah, those frustrations arose, and I was just like, whatever. Like, I'm tired. I spend my days either trying to keep the dog away from the boys, or like, yeah, it was a lot. It was just a lot. But thankfully we survived the week. The boys are back with their mom this week, and the nice thing about, you know, us having the break weeks is that we don't have to worry about the back to school after a vacation week type deal. So that usually works out for us. But the boys actually did get an extra day off with Monday since it was the eclipse and stuff like that. So yeah. Zero, leave the cat alone. My goodness, the drama. So yeah, we got through break week. I feel bad that we didn't do more with the boys, but there really wasn't much we could do because, like, the sun did come out by the end of the week. Like, the weekend was really gorgeous out, but our backyard's a swamp right now because like, where we live and stuff, we're across the street from the lake, and so our backyard holds a lot of water and stuff like that. So, like, we can't even, like, walk out. Like, when we were going out for the eclipse and stuff, like, we had to, like, I sent my fiance out to test the waters and stuff like that first. So yeah. That was the break, or that was basically most of the end of the week there. It was just basically stuck inside playing video games. I diamond painted. I did start playing Honkai Star Rail a little bit. I think I was doing that for a little bit at the end of the week because Sydney, so I let Sydney play some drills. She held my pen, and I held her hand on the pen, and I would, like, direct her to play some drills and stuff like that. Ever since I did that with her, she wants to do that constantly with me now. And so there was a couple days last week where it was like, well, boys are home anyways. I'm not going to be able to diamond paint much and focus much because, you know, I'm going to be dealing with them. So I decided to play Honkai Star Rail instead. And so I was doing that, and then at night, like, once all the kiddos were in bed, that's when didn't do that, I swear. That would be when I pull out my diamond painting for the night and stuff. So yeah, so I was playing that for a little bit during the day and stuff, and, you know, just dealing with misbehaving kids. Like, you know how it goes. School break, they get crazy. Plus, you know, they had all the candy from Easter and stuff like that, so yeah, every day after lunch, Alex would be there like, oh, can I have a piece of my candy? It's like, yeah. You're not getting any after dinner, though. So yeah, that was the week, and then Sydney's birthday was on Saturday. Thank you, everybody who said happy birthdays to her. She had an absolutely great day. We kind of had just a chill day at the house. My mom and my aunt came over for a little bit and spent some time with her. And she got to open some presents. My mom got her some Blue's Clues bath toys. And then my aunt got her some outfits, some cute little long sleeve and outfits and some pants. And, like, Sydney now can open gift bags by herself. She went to town on the gift bags and, like, pulled all the tissue paper out and then found the presents wrapped up in the tissue paper, and then, yeah, she had a blast with it. And then after that, she spent a lot of the time picking up the bag that my mom's stuff my mom put her stuff in. Sydney would pick up the bag, look at my mom, and then toss it on the ground, and then my mom would laugh. And, like, it just turned into a game for the two of them, and it was really cute. So yeah, they hung out for a little bit, and then then they had to leave because my mom's furnace went out. And so she had to go back and wait for the furnace guy to come fix it. And then, so yeah, the rest of the day was just kind of relaxing. We laid Sydney down for her nap, and girl zonked out so fast. And then she slept for like a good 2 hours. We ended up having to wake her up. Yeah, this week This week she's been doing that a lot. Like we lay her down for a nap and then we have to wake her up because she'll just keep sleeping. She's been a tired little girl, which probably means a growth spurt's on its way, or working its way through. But yeah, so yeah, after they all left and stuff, so we did McDonald's for dinner because Sydney's favorite meal is chicken nugget Happy Meal and fries, and she actually likes the chicken nuggets more than the fries. Whenever I'm feeding them to her, she'll just like sit there and point at the nuggets. She'll just and stuff like that. So it was really cute, and she got to enjoy a great meal. And then we gave her a cupcake, sang happy birthday to her, which she was smiling the whole time we were singing to her. She was just so happy. And then gave her the cupcake, and I laugh because, all these parents out there have these great pictures of their kids all covered in cake and stuff like that. And my dainty little girl ate her cupcake with a fork. We tried giving it to her without a fork, and then she was just like pointing at the fork from dinner, like, can I have that, please? And so we gave it to her, and she just started eating the cupcake with a fork. And I'm like, only you, child, only you. But she did end up covered. And because we had her in a onesie that was a baby Appa onesie from Box Lunch, and baby Appa from Avatar: The Last Airbender, the Sky Bison. And that's a white onesie, and I was like, we're giving her a chocolate frosted cupcake. Let's take this off of her. So we got pictures of her with frosting spread all up and down herself. But yeah, because she missed with her fork a couple of times and just dumped it all over herself, or dumped the cupcake down her. But yeah, it was cute. It was a good time. And she seemed like she really enjoyed her birthday celebrations and stuff. Let's go with this color. I'm gonna take a sip real quick because I feel a cough coming on. Zero, you're such a bully. You are such a bully. What is this? Transcript not available. Okay, whatever. Seeing what I got a random suspected spam caller call before right when I was starting, so I was curious. Okay, so our birthday went good, and the boys had a great time celebrating with her and stuff, and they were laughing at her with her cupcake and everything. And then I was worried that we overstuffed her because, she had like the McDonald's, and then she had a cupcake afterwards, and then like immediately after that we started getting her ready for bed, and she had some milk on top of it all. I'm like, please don't throw up. But thankfully she didn't. She has been a little backed up lately though, and we're starting to clear that finally, so thank goodness. And then Sunday was kind of like another relaxing day, although like, I don't know, Sunday felt like it was taking forever. Probably because it was the day the boys were going back, and like, I feel bad saying it because I do love the boys. I love having them here. I love spending time with them, but I do look forward to the break because it does help, or just it does feel. It does feel like a break. Like, yeah, we still have Sydney and everything like that, but managing her versus managing all three is just it's a different battle. So yeah, I feel bad that I say I look forward to them going back, but the break is needed sometimes, especially after the week we had with them. So, but yeah, like the day was really long, and the boys were getting antsy and stuff like that again, and it's like understandable because they're, once again, the backyard did not dry up yet, so we couldn't send them out. We had hoped to put the trampoline back up this week, but we couldn't, or last week, but we couldn't do that because of the fact there's a swamp underneath it. It's just, yeah. And I did feel bad that we couldn't do more for them this past week, but I mean, it doesn't seem like they minded too much. But yeah. Oh yeah, and then Saturday was the day I also got that phone call, or that email saying that I didn't get the job. And Alex, he's such a sweetheart. Like, I got the email, I read it, and I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't get the job. And then I started crying and he instantly like ran over to me and hugged me. And I was just telling him like, oh, you're such a good kid. He's a sweetheart. So me and him had a good little cry together. Yeah, and then on Sunday we were talking, or was it Sunday? Well, I think Saturday we were talking about it, but you know, he's been kind of bored with his games lately and stuff, and it's hard to find games for him because he is like, he doesn't, like, I mean, he's got ADHD, so he doesn't focus on things for very long. So games like Breath of the Wild and stuff like that have a complex story to it, he doesn't pay attention enough to them, and then he gets frustrated because he's like, oh, I don't know where I'm supposed to be going, and it's like, well, what did the dialogue option say here? And he's like, oh, I didn't read that. And it's like, okay. So yeah, it's like finding games for him is kind of difficult because of that. And so we were talking about like the 3DS versus like the new 3DS that they did years and years ago. And I was like saying like, oh yeah, I remember that because I bought Fire Emblem Warriors for the new 3DS when I only had a 3DS, so I couldn't actually play the game. And then, you know, and then I was like, oh wait, that would be like, the Warriors games would be perfect for Alex because they're so fast paced. You're just like running through into a big battlefield and just doing combos to take out enemies and all this stuff. So it's like, okay, well, this would actually be a really great game series for you. And then I had considered like booting up my PlayStation to like show him the games and stuff like that, but I didn't know how long that was going to take because I can't tell you the last time I booted up my PlayStation. I really can't. So, so yeah, we're talking about it, so I might get that set up before they come back so he can test out the game and see if it's something he would be interested in, because his birthday is coming up next month. Him and Sydney's birthdays are a month and a day away from one another. So that could be like a birthday option for him, getting like Hyrule Warriors or something like that. But yeah, so we were talking about that a little bit, and he seemed intrigued by the game. Because like we were like, yeah, it's kind of like Smash Bros. Too, in a sense, like you just combo stuff. Or no, there's another game that they were playing. I think it was like a Kirby game or something that you combo stuff, and I don't know. But yeah, we were like, oh, this might be good for you. So might look into that this week sometime, so he can look at it and see if that would actually be something he'd be interested in. Because he's very good at like agreeing right off the bat, but then it's like, no, let's test it out first and figure out if that's actually something you'd enjoy. Because we were talking, like, we did that also with the Tycoon games. So he's been like on Fortnite, there's a bunch of like creative matches or creative things that people make, and one of the things that have been big that he's been enjoying is like the Tycoon games, like, oh, like a YouTube creator tycoon and stuff like that. And so we're like, well, I mean, if you're interested in these games, we can look at the store. Like, he did have some currency left over from Easter. I think that's when they got some Nintendo eShop money. But yeah, we're like looking through them and explaining them to him and stuff like that. And he's like, well, sounds interesting, but I don't know if I'd stick with it. Or like, okay, well, thank you for being honest and not just saying like, yeah, let's get the game and then find out that you don't like it. So yeah, we're just kind of trying to figure things out. Also didn't help, like, over the weekend, the only game he wanted to play was a game that has, like, it's got this underlying beat to it that just grinds on my anxiety so bad, and I'm like, But finally we were like, you know what, you can just play or you can use your headphones and play the game that way and stuff. So that's what he was doing finally, or towards the end of the week, because, yeah, it was so much. And then it's like, wait, why are you playing this game out of nowhere? Like, he's had this game for years, and he's barely touched it. He doesn't actually like playing the game. It's Hello Neighbor, and basically you're like trying to sneak into your neighbor's house without him catching you, and like learning his secrets and stuff like that. So, so yeah, like the like underlying beat is when like the neighbors looking or close by and looking for you and stuff, and it's just, yeah, those things just grind on my anxiety so bad. But the way he used to play the game, he would just like coax the neighbor out into the front yard and just throw things at him, and it's like, okay, that's not the game. You need to play the game. And so now he's actually playing the game, which is good. So yeah, that was the weekend. Good birthday for little miss. And oh yeah, and then Sunday, after the boys got dropped off, got a text from my in-laws about birthday presents for Sydney and stuff like that. And initially it was, oh, well, or can you swing by and pick it up? And it's like, well, Cherd was getting dinner for us because we got takeout from Chili's. And so like, oh, we're doing this, and then he would be able to swing by and get it. But then my in-laws were like, well, we have to run to the store anyways, so oops. So they ended up dropping the stuff off and everything like that, which worked out for us because we did have a little something we wanted to talk to them about, and so we were able to do that, which I will get to momentarily, of course. But yeah, so they dropped off little gifts for Sydney and stuff. And then Zero Zoomies always come up. So crazy. Gee, what the heck? So yeah, so we had a conversation with them too, because we'd been thinking about our wedding lately. And right now, the only thing stopping us from getting married is the fact that we just can't afford to do a wedding right now. It's too expensive, and we have like a lot of stuff we want to accomplish in the next couple of years and stuff like that too. Like we want to get a bigger house and a couple other things. We have to get a bigger car and all that stuff. So we were like talking about it, and like I'm like thinking in my brain, like, why do I want a big wedding? Like, where is this stem coming from? And I think it's just like the romanticism of it with rom-coms and like, oh yeah, look, the big wedding and everybody's happy and all that stuff. So this is intense background noise from what I'm talking about. So yeah, I talked to Cherd about it. I'm like, so, oh my God, can he calm down? Okay, Zero. Okay. Jesus. Oh my God, this dog. So yeah, I like brought it up to Cherd. I'm like, honestly, at this point, I don't really care about the wedding part. I care about the marriage part. I want to be married to you, and I think at this point I would prefer to do like a little courthouse thing. And so he's like, and then he was saying like, yeah, he did the big wedding already, and like, and he would be happy, like, he would have been happy doing it with me again and stuff like that if that's what I wanted to do, but he, it's a lot of stress on him too. So I'm like, honestly, let's just do it. So we already told my mom about it, and she's very excited because she just wants us to get married. And then we told my in-laws about it on Sunday. So yeah, everybody's in the know and stuff. So we are planning I'm hoping for June personally, but if we need to shift it to July, we will as well. But yeah, so we'll be getting married here in a couple months, so that's very exciting. So yeah, and then yeah, rest of Sunday was pretty relaxing, kind of just chilled. We ate our dinner. Of course, Sydney was in bed by that point and everything, and yeah. It's just kind of a chill day. And then Monday we have the eclipse. The lovely eclipse. So, okay. Zero. Honey. It's time to relax. Oh, time to chug water. Come here. I know. You had zoomies. You had so many zoomies. So many zoomies. So, the days leading up to the eclipse, we had beautiful, beautiful, beautiful clear skies. And I'm like, okay, so let's hope for that for the eclipse, right? No. So typical New York fashion, we had complete cloud coverage for the duration of the eclipse. So we didn't actually get to see the sun actually get covered or anything like that. Zero. Relax. Sit. There we go. We're gonna just chill now. Ew. That was wet. So yeah, we didn't get to see the actual sun pass, or the moon cover the sun or anything like that. We had glasses and everything too for it, but unfortunately the clouds made it so that we couldn't see anything. But we did get to experience it get dark and light again, so that part was pretty cool. And like, I was taking pictures, like I took a series of pictures and stuff and posted them to my Instagram account. Oh, I just did that, didn't I? So yeah, we stood outside for the duration of that, and I did not plan my jacket properly because I was like, oh yeah, it's like in the mid 50s, so I can get away with the light windbreaker, right? Yeah, no. I'll take a sip real quick. Yeah, so light windbreaker was a bad idea. So it felt like it got down to like the 30s outside while we were out there experiencing it. And then we just watched it get dark. And then we were laughing because, you know, we have, like, on the parkway out behind our house, we have, there's, like, street lamps and stuff like that come on once it gets dark and stuff. So we were laughing when those turned on. But, yeah, it was cool to watch because, you know, and, like, with the cloud cover and everything like that, it was a little creepy, too, because everything was kind of a gray for a little bit. And I was like, okay, this is weird. Like, Silent Hill, Pyramid Head's going to come out of nowhere, right? So, yeah, we kind of got to a gray first and then went to, like, nighttime dark. And, like, you know, we're all looking around like, oh, this is so cool. And then we could see, like, which side of the sun was getting uncovered first and stuff like that, so... Even though we didn't get to see the actual eclipse, we did enjoy watching the progression of, like, the dark to light. And that part was cool. So I'm glad we were able to at least experience that. But I just kind of had to laugh because I know, like, a bunch of people came to New York for the eclipse. And I'm like, oh, you poor saps. I'm so sorry. But this always happens, like, in my area. I remember the last time, like, the Aurora Borealis was able to be visible from New York. It was cloudy then, too. And actually, there's a lot of posts going around that were pretty funny because it's like, oh, eclipse, Aurora Borealis, alien invasion. Nope, can't see it. It's cloudy. So, but yeah. So it was kind of a bummer, but kind of not at the same time because it was still cool to see. But it just, you know, it was just unfortunate that we didn't get to enjoy it in totality. But I have seen pictures from other people on what they could see and stuff, so at least that part was cool. And then the real kicker is, like, 2 hours later, the sun came out. And we're like, are you serious? Like, you couldn't do this 2 hours ago for the eclipse? Really? And then, of course, like, since then, we've had sunny skies. Like, today was cloudy, but now it's sunny again. So it's like, what the heck? New York weather is just messing with us. Probably gonna hear some noise because I think Char's about to let the dog out again. He's been very stubborn lately. he gets distracted way too easily outside, and he refuses to poop sometimes, and today's one of those days that we're dealing with that. So yeah. Oh yeah, speaking of doggo news front, so we found a like low income program to get into for getting him fixed, and we basically have been waiting on an appointment for that. So good news is that an appointment finally came up next for appointments and stuff like that. So on May 1st, Zero will be getting fixed finally, and I'm hoping that'll calm some things down. Gotta say we're pretty lucky, like he hasn't like started like humping anything yet, but who knows how much longer that'll be. But yeah, so we are gonna take him to get fixed here in next month. So yeah, one more check off the list there of things we gotta do for him. Dang, 35 minutes in and I'm already running out of stuff to talk about. Oh yeah, I didn't say what my in-laws got Sydney for her birthday. So they got her this a couple of cute little outfits for the spring and summer. Actually, outfits that I'm like, oh, I kind of want this in my size, you know, because that tends to happen with baby clothes. And then they got her this like little, it's a wooden playhouse. That's what it says on the back, and it's bluey. And basically like the characters are magnetized and you can like put little accessories on them and stuff like that. As of right now, Sydney's using it to take all the pieces out and then put all the pieces back in. But eventually she'll get to the point where she actually will play with it. But yeah, she was having a blast with that. And then we got a couple of sippy cups for her as well that are also bluey. And these are sippy cups that kind of look and feel like regular cups a little bit more, so it'd be a nice little transition one. So yeah, she had fun opening that stuff, although she just wanted to pull, like, and they put it in this like really pretty basket, which we ended up putting all of her Mega Bloks in that. But she just wanted to pull everything out of it and then put them back in. I was like, no, honey, you got to open your presents, not just put them back in. She's such a silly little girl. She'll spend hours just opening or taking things out and putting things back. Like, she'd be content to just do that. Oh gosh. There we go. So yeah, I mostly kind of spent the week or my time diamond painting. Like I said, I managed to finish my Crescibug canvas in like 8 days. Yeah, it was just a blast to work on and an amazing canvas, and it went so fast because there was a lot more color blocking in it than I was anticipating. And so I kind of just like, I did the most ridiculous sections ever and just knocked out a bunch of areas of color blocking, and to the point where then I ended up with the figure left to finish up, and then I worked on the figure to finish her out, and it was amazing. And I love the rendering because like she's got this awesome smirk on her face, and it really came through perfectly in the diamond painting. So yeah, that one's finished, which allowed me to kit this one up for Jaded Jamboree. And I got my dragon kit over. I did decide to go with the big fire and ice dragon kit because I figured if I feel like I'm not going to finish that one in the month, I can easily pull out Ember the Sky Dragon and just knock that out in like a day. So that's the plan. And now I'm realizing how silly that plan is because of how quickly I'm finishing canvases right now. Or how quickly I finished Goddess of Healing Waters. Yeah, initially I'd planned on kitting this one up for the month of May to go along with Rose Library for the Ivy Dolmore along. And then I was going to work on this one too. Let's see what else happened. So yeah, I did end up making a couple purchases this week. I finally was able, I got lucky and finally came into some money. And so I was able to when Hannah Lynn announced that she was leaving DAC, I was like, okay, well, there's like one Hannah Lynn kit that I wanted, only one, and then it turned out that one was ending up discontinued without doing another rerun, and I was like, no, come on, and that was Jewel of the Sea. And so I was in, I want to say it was Laura's live, Laura over at Anxiety Art Adventures. Yeah, I think it was like that week I was over, because she mentioned the Hannah Lynn thing, and I was like, oh, well, there's only one Hannah Lynn I like, and unfortunately that one's now become a unicorn. And then she's like, oh, which one is it? And I'm like, Jewel of the Sea. And then Shay over at Crafting with Shay, who happened to be in the chat, was like, Mackenzie, DM me, we'll talk. And I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, Shay ended up destashing her copy to me, which I so much appreciate. That actually arrived today. So I have it now, and I was able to pull it out and look at the canvas, and she is absolutely beautiful, and she's going to make a perfect summertime kit. So I'm looking forward to pulling that one out this summer. Or should I save it for Mermaids and Magic next year? I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, I'm very grateful that I got a hold of that. And then where was it, 2 weeks ago now, Medusa from Chrysabug came out, and like that was one of those canvases I was like, oh, I wish I could get that because it's absolutely beautiful and I need it, and just it's one of my favorite images, and at the time I couldn't get it. And then so I was trying to be good, and then I got that low stock warning emailed to me last week, and I'm like, well, I don't want to miss it because I know like some of her Goddess series is starting to get discontinued without a second run, so I was like, I don't want to miss this one. So I jumped on that very quickly, and so I picked up Medusa, and then I was like, okay, now we're getting close to Summer with the Masters, like the announcement videos are out and everything, so I'm like, oh, I want to get my Summer with the Masters kit, and I had picked one out from Jada Gem Shop. It's, I think it's called Pandora's Box. I can't remember the artist on it right now because I basically looked at the artwork. I didn't look at the artist. I wanted to pick one that spoke to me. And I don't know if it's because, like, the boys have been playing Fortnite and Pandora's Box has been, like, a big thing in it because it's like, oh, you open Pandora's Box and there's stuff in it and stuff, everything like that. Like, they legit had Pandora's Box on the map for a bit. So I was like, okay, I'm like, that might be that might be why I kind of lean that way, but I also really like the image and stuff like that, and so I purchased that yesterday actually because I realized like, oh, I need to get this ordered if I'm going to get it in time for the event. So yeah, I am excited. I got my Summer of the Masters canvas, and this is like the first one, I guess we can say, because like everybody does Van Gogh Starry Night, and that's what I did last year. So this is like my first real old master. Let's say it that way. Well, I mean, not that Van Gogh's not real, but you know how it is. It's like what was it? It's like a rite of passage that you work on a Starry Night canvas. And I got one from Crafties that I wasn't thrilled with, which they did end up sending me a replacement, so I do have that to work on as well. And then I got the Diamond Dots Starry Night last year because that was a whole situation. Yeah, basically I had been working on the Crafties one, and then as I'm working on it, I'm noticing like there's some weird like squiggles up in the top there, and I'm like, what is this? Like, why is this here? And like I'm looking at the artwork, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. And then I think I took a picture of the canvas and posted it one day, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute, now I see why it's bugging me. The person the image that got printed was the one with the watermark, or the Crafties watermark on it. And so I was like, well, I can't work on this now. That just feels very shady to me. And so I ended up doing like a 1-star review for them and like explained like, oh, the watermark was on the image and that did not sit well with me and everything like that. So I got an email from Crafties after that asking for more clarification and more pictures of it. And so I explained to them, like, yeah, I was working on this and I found your logo up, and it's like throughout, and I like circled, I had like multiple points of it circled and like being like, yeah, here, it's here and here and here and here and here. And so they apologized and sent me another copy. So I did pull that image out. There's a little bit of noise right now. I did pull that canvas out and looked at it, and yeah, the watermark is not there, so that is a good thing, but I don't know what the drill quality is going to be because it was a square, and their squares were not the best. I was dealing with a lot of gapping. So I do plan on working on that again at some point. I just don't know if that'll be on the dock for this year or not. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting an old master from Jade because I know she renders them really well and everything like that. So I'm excited. So yeah. Well, I guess now we can start doing closers. So I do apologize for flip-flopping videos up on you this week. I know I said like I was going to do the Don't Leave Me on our post review, but by the time Monday rolled around, I was still recovering from the week, so I did not end up recording that yet. I'll probably record it tomorrow, honestly. But yeah, so that will come up on Friday instead, because I just did Friday's unboxing on Monday. And I do apologize for saying, like, oh, I'll work on this next year, and that I tend to batch record, and I guess I should probably think about what I say in those batch recordings, because you never know when things are going to be posted, but I did record that prior to the new year, so I was planning on doing it this year for like during the fall season, but decided like I'm going to do it now for the halfway to Halloween event. So my bad on that for any confusion I might have caused. Like, I know somebody did a comment on my video asking me about that, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. So my bad. So yeah, what's coming up this week? We got the Don't Leave Me post review, and I'm not sure what else is coming yet. I haven't really thought about it. Yeah, excuse me. I don't know what I can do. Like, unfortunately, small shop hauls aren't happening right now because, you know, financials, but hopefully soon I'll be able to do one. But yeah, it might be, next week might be another week of unboxings, unfortunately, but we'll see. We'll get there. Just a rough patch for right now. Oh yeah, and I did hit 800 subs this past week as well, so that is an exciting milestone, and I'm very excited about that. Oh, I know what else I can talk about. I think I mentioned it a little bit in last week's. I only got a couple minutes, but we'll do a plug on this real quick. I know I mentioned it in last week's video, but I am doing some streaming this weekend for Extra Life. I will be doing it over on my Twitch, and I'm not sure what time yet. It's probably going to be as obvious. Well, it's definitely going to be after Sydney's in bed. But this weekend is a tabletop appreciation weekend. And so the charity event that I'm doing is doing like a little special incentive. So basically, if I raise up $100 during the weekend, during tabletop weekend, then there's a nice little incentive there. So I was thinking about what I wanted to do, and like I was like, well, something would be fun if like I had a game that you guys could like make decisions on for me and stuff like that for like for donations and stuff. So I finally settled on The Sims because I figured that would be the easiest one to do it, and you can just switch things so fast on that game. So I will be playing Sims 4, and every $5 donation will earn one decision to be made. So every $5 you spend, you get to make a decision for me in my game, whether it's my Sims career, how they look, what stuff we put in the house, you know, who they date, you know, all that stuff. So I think that'll be a lot of fun, and it might make me come out of my mold that I kind of get into with The Sims, because like I'm always going down the same paths with my characters and stuff like that. So maybe this will make me branch out and do something fun or different. So I thought it would be a fun idea, and I hope others will think that so too. So yeah, and then on top of that, like every $10 that get donated during the weekend here will will go towards a entry or 2 entries into a raffle that I plan on doing in November again. So last year I did a $50 Etsy gift card raffle. This year I will be doing a $50 gift card to a licensed diamond painting company of your choice. So if you want to be entered in that, you just donate $10 to my Extra Life, and like I'll have links. I'll have links posted over the weekend and stuff like that. But if you donate this weekend and help me get to that $100 goal of mine, then you'll get 2 entries into that raffle. So yeah, should be fun stuff. Looking forward to it. Like, I do enjoy streaming video games. I don't have a lot of people who enjoy watching that as much. So yeah, but I will have links posted and everything. I'll let you guys know when I'm doing it. I have debated on seeing if I could double stream to YouTube and Twitch, but I know sometimes things get a little murky there. Plus, it wouldn't be my normal content, so I don't know if that would affect my algorithm or what. So yeah, we'll just. I'm still figuring that stuff, the technology part of it out. But I'm also like team captain for my team this year for Extra Life, so I've been kind of monitoring and trying to actually be a team captain who is there, unlike the person who did it before. So yeah, I'm doing my best to rally my team and do some fun stuff. So yeah, that's my little plug. I hope people stick around long enough to listen to that. But yeah, so yeah, make sure you check out all these amazing events. Curse a Bug Along by my girl Stealthy Crafter, Dakota-thon by Kara, the principal painter, and of course the Jada Jamboree by Jade. We got a lot of awesome events coming up right now, or happening right now. We got a lot of awesome events to go forward with. Like, I'm loving that there's something every month that, and like I'm like, oh, well, I do have a kit that I want to work on for that and stuff. So yeah, that should be it for this video, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me here today. And if you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Throw me a comment. Let me know how you guys are doing. How was your weekend? Did you guys get to see the eclipse? Were you in totality, or were you unlucky like me and had clouds? I'm curious. And if you're not already subscribed here and you like diamond painting content, be sure to hit that subscribe button down there. When we hit 1,000 subs, we will be doing a giveaway, so definitely hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell to be notified when I post new videos, because generally WIP and chats go up on Wednesdays. But other things like small shop hauls, poster reviews, and unboxings, those are more random. So you definitely want to hit that bell to be notified when I post new videos. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.